Finally, it is time for the home opener for the Baylor Bears, and they are sitting here at 0-3, welcoming the struggling Texas Longhorns. This is a big rivalry game, but Baylor over the years has not had much success over Texas. Though Texas came into this season with massive expectations, and a lot of people are pointing at Quinn Ewers as the issue why this team has struggled. This team has lost 3 games already this season, all close ones, but to good teams. They finally recovered last week against UTSA, but both teams have started 0-3, though it's been a very different story for both teams. Texas has come in with national championship expectations, and all hopes of a national championship might be dashed if they don't run the table to try to get themselves into the playoffs. Both teams are looking for a big win. Texas to try to get their second of the season and second in a row to try to get back on track. Baylor trying to rectify the heartbreak that was last week. They start with the football, and Dominic Richardson will go nowhere. We expect him to get the football more this game as we are slowly starting to trust Finn less and less. Richardson gets a 9-yard gain as we go to the ground once more. This time it's Richard Reese, and Reese up the middle for the first down. Baylor 3 straight runs, and will it be 4? Yes, it will, and Reese goes nowhere this time. Just a 1-yard gain, second down and 9. Reese checks off. Richardson in motion. We go to throw, and he's hit. 3 rushers came off both sides, and nowhere to go with the football as Finn will throw outside, and he just flat out missed, and it's going to be a punt. Quinn Ewers has been hearing it a lot from the Texas fan base. A lot of them are asking for Arch Manning to step onto the field after this struggling start to his season, where he has not even averaged 200 yards a game. His first pass of the game was completed to Matthew Golden for a first, and now a new set of downs. They hand off to a lone bright spot on this offense. It's CJ Baxter, but he'll lose a yard, and now spreading the field is Ewers. He'll throw, and clean pocket, quick pass, and that's going to be caught. Baxter lined up out wide, and he's got the catch for the first down. Gain of 13, now first down again. Man in motion, they hand off Baxter. It's going to be tough to try to stop him. This team has faced a gauntlet of talented running backs, and while Baxter isn't quite as good as Janty or Hampton, he's still really good in his own right as play action. A lot of time in the pocket. They'll finally check it down underneath, and that's going to be Golden once more. Gain of 2 to set up third down and 1. Man in motion once more. They hand off. Baxter sweeping right side. Can he get to the marker? Yes, he can. Just barely. They give it to him as it'll be a new set of downs past midfield. They hand off to the backup running back, and that is going to be Jaden Blue for the first down, the junior back. Now Baxter checks back in, going left side, and Baxter, he makes one miss and gets past the first down marker, and a whole lot more inside the 30, down to the 28-yard line. First down, handoff, sweeping left side. Baxter has blocks, and CJ Baxter first down and more, breaking a tackle, and Baxter's running it really effectively on this first drive. They throw one quick outside. That's going to be caught, and that's going to be Golden once more. He's been the go-to guy. Now inside the 15 with a man in motion. They go inside, and Baxter has a lane to get himself 3 yards to set up third down, split backfield, man in motion. It's a play action. They will throw underneath, and that's going to be caught. Touchdown, Texas. And that's going to be Amari Niblack with the touchdown. The tight end gets free, and he catches it and has a clean path to go into the end zone, and Texas starts the game with a 7-0 lead as they effortlessly go down to score. Now we turn to the Baylor offense to see if they can respond as they start off with a quick throw, and everyone swarmed Finn, and he just got hit as he was throwing. Second down, quick pass underneath, that's caught. Keytron Jackson gets it to the 40-yard line. That's a new set of downs as we go with shotgun formation, sweeping it left side, cuts it back up, and Richardson gets nothing on the play. Second and 10, Finn to the air, will throw quick, and Baldwin tries to dive for it, but it's incomplete. A dangerous ball to put his receiver in harm's way. Instead, now it's third down, and he's got an open man outside and just floats it over his head, over everybody, and out of bounds. And the first quarter is going to come to an end with a 7-0 Texas lead as Baylor hasn't really done all that much, just 30 yards of offense, 2.9 a play, and has barely held on to the football. And they are completely overmatched in this game, but are trying to at least capitalize on the fact that Texas has started real slow this season. They go quick outside, and that's going to be Isaiah Bond. Bond fights ahead, and the ball comes out. Baylor jumps on it. It looked like he was down, but for now it's signaled to be Baylor football. Booth's going to take a look at this one and confirm what we all believe to be true, that he was down. and Texas is going to keep the football. Baylor's defense stays out into the field. Second down. Ewers, quick pass, and that's going to be broken up. Dangerous ball put up there, and it's going to be 3rd down and 5. Ewers will sweep it to Baxter, and Baxter in the open field. Great tackle, and it's going to be Baylor football. Punt is on the way, and it is booted deep. Bonner back to return. He'll just let it bounce, and Bonner lets the ball go, and it stops right at the 1-yard line. And that's a perfect punt, as you wouldn't have expected that. They just wanted to let it bounce and not risk a return, and they instead put themselves at the 1-yard line. Now at the 3-yard line, 2nd down and 8. Handoff. Richardson finds a lane, and Richardson gets him out of the danger zone, and he is going to get to the 15-yard line. Now play action. Quick pass outside and breaking on the football and making the stop for a 5-yard loss. Richardson can't go anywhere. Play action now. Finn moving to his right. Got a lot of people chasing him, and no one's open. He's just going to tuck and run, and he'll get himself just a couple of yards. It's still going to be 3rd and long, though, as Finn will play action and throw underneath. Open man. That's going to be Keytron Jackson with room to run. Spin move, and Jackson past the 35-yard line. That's going to be a new set of downs for Baylor. Once in the shadow of their own goal line. Now trying to move ahead towards midfield as Richardson can't find a lane. Had to move around, and he ends up losing a yard. Finn now on 2nd down and 11 will drop back to throw, steps up, and he's going to run it. Finn's got a lane, and he goes past the 1st down marker and slides, and it's going to be hurrying up now for the Baylor offense as Finn, quick pass, thrown outside, and it's behind his receiver, but Baldwin hangs on. It's going to be a 1st down as Baylor's past midfield now, and Finn's going to get sacked. He's going to go down for a loss of 4, and now 2nd down and long. Finn, he'll go underneath. He's got Michael Trigg, the tight end, wide open. He gets to about the 41-yard line. Not much there. It's going to be 3rd down and long. Finn to throw. He's going to have time in the pocket. Outside, deep down the field. And it's going to be broken up. Almost got it to Keytron Jackson. And a good try from Baylor, but they started so far back that they got nothing from it. And now Texas strikes. Got it to Golden for a big gain at the 45-yard line. Quick pass, and it's going to be caught. That's going to be another 1st down. Moving the chains. And it's going to be Texas now trying to get back into the end zone for another touchdown. And this is a diving deflection made. And it's going to be 2nd down, man in motion. That's going to be Isaiah Bond. They throw it quick out to him. And Bond is dangerous with the ball in his hands. Thankfully, we got him down in open field. And it sets up 3rd down and 9. Ewers to throw. He's got a clean pocket. Lots of time. And he finally finds a man open. That's Amari Nyblack, who's got the touchdown earlier. Gets him down inside the 15. And now Ewers will throw quick out. Screen. It's caught by Bolden. He'll cut up field for a gain of about 7. Inside the 10 they go. And Ewers will have another chance to get this into a 2-score game. End zone, and it's intercepted. Baylor takes it, and it's Matt Jones, the linebacker, and he takes the football away, and Texas was threatening to go up by 2 scores, but Baylor says no, and thankfully, we have a chance to try to keep this a 1-score game, or maybe even tie it before half. Finn will have the ball at his own 6-yard line. Play action. Got to get rid of it. Can't take a safety. He gets hit as he's throwing, and it's intercepted. Texas immediately takes it back. He had to get rid of the ball. He couldn't take a safety, but you also can't just throw the ball up for anyone's grabs. Finn's interception problems continue, and Trey Moore gives Texas the ball back with goal to go and a chance to take a 2-score lead going into halftime. It's been a low-scoring affair. Our defenses are really shining so far as Ewers will throw underneath. Baxter has it, but he can't go anywhere as it's going to be brought down by the Baylor defense. Now at the 5-yard line, Ewers will throw once more. He's got a lot of time. End zone out the back, and it's going to be incomplete. 3rd down and goal. Can Baylor get a goal line stop? As Ewers will throw for a 3rd straight time. Clean pocket again. He's got it to Baxter. It's going to be 4th down, though. Field goal try for a 10-0 game. And he missed the field goal. That was like a 25-yarder, and he just missed it. And Baylor catches a break there. Now they have an opportunity to keep this close going into half. As a screen up to Hal Presley gets them just 5 yards. And we'll see what this offense can do with limited time. Ball is just going to be floated up in an open man. 3rd string running back Dawson Pendergrass has got it. He's going up past the 50 for a big gain. And Baylor trying to steal a field goal before halftime. Finn will roll right, and he's going to try to run and throw, and it's going to be caught. It's going to be a short game. We have to burn a timeout, though. And Baylor trying to steal a couple of points before halftime. Just get into field goal range at least. Keep this a 4-point game, but that's going to be a sack. And off the edge, free he came. And Baylor's got a long way to go now on third down. Can they get something their way here? Finn will throw. He's got a long developing play. He's got time. Ball is floated, and the flag's on the field. It's incomplete. But a flag is down, and this is going to be a pass interference on Texas. We're going to take another look at this one. Did they get the call right as Texas defender runs right into Monterey Baldwin's path before the ball got there? That's a clear pass interference as Finn now will step up in the pocket, rolling left, trying to extend the play. He's got Michael Trigg. He hangs on, and Trigg has it to the 11-yard line. Now can we get a couple of shots into the end zone? We'll throw quick outside, and it's going to be broken up. That's a good thing that happened. We have to conserve our time. 13 seconds, maybe a shot or two at the end zone. Breaking out of a sack is Finn. He just got the ball off. That's a good play by Finn to get rid of it. Maybe one more shot into the end zone, and Finn's going to try to take one, and it's incomplete. We're just going to settle for the field goal, and the kick is going to be on the way and good. It's going to be a 7-3 game at half, and we talked about how Texas's offense has struggled so far this season. Not a lot of points, not a lot of yards, some mistakes. Each team threw an interception. Texas missed a chip shot field goal, and you're starting to see that this Texas offense really just is in a slump, and we're going to see in the second half if they can finally figure things out. If not, though, maybe Baylor could come out here and steal this game despite being major underdogs. Can they go and steal a game against Texas for their first win of the season? We will see in the second half. The second half will kick off, and it's going to be a wild kick to send it right out of bounds, and it's going to be a great starting field position for Texas, and they really needed that one. It's a big break for them as they get to start at the 41-yard line. And the special teams has been so good for Baylor so far this year, and that's a big mistake as C.J. Baxter will go outside for a gain of 8. And Texas now already set up about at midfield as Baxter will cut it inside, and not quite at the first down marker, but it's going to be third down and 1. Full house, man in motion, play action. And as per usual, Quinn Ewers got a clean pocket, and no pass rush has gotten to him. He gets the first down. And we got to get better with our pass rush. We have not done well so far this season as they go a little pop pass. That's Bolden going nowhere. It's going to be a loss of 2, and Ewers got a man in motion. Both teams with a lot of pre-snap motion in their offenses as Ewers has it knocked away, and it's going to be incomplete. Third down and 12, trying to capitalize on that good field position, and Ewers will drop to throw. Another clean pocket and a lot of time. He's going to go outside. It's going to be caught. And Nyblack can't get the first down. They're going to be set up for a long field goal, though, as the kick is good. They missed the chip shot, but they bang home a long field goal, and it's going to be a 10-3 game where Baylor will take over for the first possession of the second half, and Richardson gets a quick little 3-yard gain. Man in motion now as second down and 7. Quick throw outside. That's going to be Monterey Baldwin breaking a tackle, gets a block down the field, and Monterey Baldwin's free, and Monterey Baldwin, one of the fastest players in the nation, is gone. Touchdown Baylor, 72 yards, and just like that, it's a tie game. Biggest play of the day for either side, and Baylor is tied with Texas here in the second half as Monterey Baldwin has his biggest play of the year. He's one of the fastest players that you will find in the country, and that is a perfect example of what he brings to an offense as Texas now has to respond as Bolden gets a short little pass for 7 yards. Texas is desperate for a victory here. They need it as quick pass on the RPO. It's dropped, and there's a flag on the play. It's going to be an illegal man downfield, but it's not going to matter. Baylor's going to decline the penalty, take the third down, and they're going to see if they can get a 3 and out and really keep the momentum on their side as it's going to be play action. Ewers, clean pocket again, and he's going to throw down the field, and it's going to be over the head of everybody. Incomplete. Baylor takes over with an opportunity to take the lead. They go Pendergrass on the sweep, and Pendergrass is going to get himself 3 yards, seeing a little bit more of him today. We wanted to run the football, throw more quick passes. We've done that so far, and it's gotten us close in this game. Third down and 5 as we're going to have to go to the air now, and Jackson has the ball knocked away from him. It's going to be fourth down, and Texas gets the football back. Needed that stop as this team, like I said at the start, needs to basically run the table if they're going to have a shot at the college football playoffs. but now just tied with a winless Baylor team. You wonder if this team's going to make any changes as they are really struggling on offense. Baxter, though, has a nice run. Bolden now in motion as they go to another pop pass to him. A lot of passes like this, trying to keep things simple for Ewers as he tries to limit his mistakes, as he's turned the ball over quite a bit so far this season. Baxter with the handoff. He's going to go up inside for another first down past midfield as they are trying to get closer to field goal range. Another man in motion. They are going to fake the quick pass out to him and go down the field, and that's thrown into coverage. Could have been picked. Not going to be, though, as it's 2nd down and 10. Ewers will check it down short to Bond, who turns up ahead and gets the first down. Bond is so quick, and we have not seen enough of him this game. He is so dynamic. We've seen a lot of Baxter, though, as Baxter gets another double-digit yard chunk run, and Texas is inching closer to the end zone as they go outside, and that's going to be the backup running back, Blue, and he's going to get inside the 10-yard line. 2nd down and 1. Can they get to a goal-to-go situation? And Baxter's going to go inside. Yes, he can. It's going to be goal to go inside the 5. And the third quarter winds down. We are going into the fourth quarter with a tie game. It's been limited offense on both sides. Both teams still under 300 yards of total offense, about 6 yards of play, and not a lot of third down conversions on either side. But in this home opener, Baylor has a chance to once again hand Texas another loss on the year as Baxter goes inside. It's going to be 3rd down and goal. Ewers to throw quick outside. That's going to be caught, and it's a touchdown. Texas goes on top, and that is going to be a big score for Matthew Golden. It's going to be Texas up 17-10, and Baylor, who is desperately searching for their first win of the season, has got to go out there on offense and make some plays if they're going to try to tie this game up. They're going to hand off to Richardson, and he's going to start with a 6-yard run. Finn has not been asked to do a whole lot this game, and Finn will have to throw another swing pass outside, and Texas has blown these up, and it's not working. Their offense is super limited in the pass game because of Finn's limitations as a thrower of the football, and it's going to be 4th down and 1. We're going to keep the offense out into the field. We made a mistake last week going for it. It was going to be a mistake this week. Flip it out, and Jackson, he gets let out of bounds, and it's going to be another turnover on downs. Last week, we had a play that maybe cost us the game, and this week, we once again turn it over in bad field position, but it's going to be up to the defense to try to make a play as Ewers will throw end zone, touchdown, and Texas, just like that, is up 14 on Baylor, and it's Amari Niblack's 2nd touchdown. And just like last week, Baylor made a tough 4th down call in their own territory. It failed, and then the other team goes and capitalizes on it. And Texas now up 14, and there's still time if this Baylor offense wants to get something going as they go with a jet pass now. Texas has done it a bunch. Now it's Baylor's turn to do it, and Keetron Jackson will get 9 yards. Another man in motion, this time on the left side, as Finn will roll left, and he's got nowhere to go with the football. It's incomplete, just throws it away basically. 3rd down and 1. Finn will just hand it off. This time it's going to be Richardson up the middle. Richardson's had a solid game. He just hasn't been able to carry the football that much. Baylor's routinely struggled to stay on the field as they go to Keetron Jackson once again, and he's been the lone bright spot in this passing game at times as it's going to be Finn to throw once more, and they're going to go underneath, and guess who? It's Keetron Jackson turning upfield, breaking a tackle, and getting inside the 25-yard line. Baylor's offense moving now, showing some life as Finn rolls left, and he's got nowhere to go with the football, just gets rid of it. It's going to be 2nd down as there's plenty of time if we can get in the end zone real soon. We can afford to run the ball. Richardson's going to go straight up the middle, gets a nice blocking, and gets 8 yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 2, and we're going to go to the run game once again. Richardson breaks a tackle. That's a big one, and he gets the first down. It's 1st and 10 at the 10, and Finn now is going to just get hit as he's thrown once more. Wasn't going to get anything out of that play, it seemed like. It's going to be 2nd down and 10, handing the football off. Richardson, he's fighting his way through. 3rd down and 2. Can we get into the end zone? Make this a 1-score game. Richardson, he's gonna get stopped. It's 4th down and 3. Who do you give the ball to in this situation? It's gonna be a draw play, and it gets blown up. This team did not trust Finn to throw the ball. They tried to catch him off guard with a draw. It did not work, and Texas now has the ball up by 14. Time is winding down, and Baylor needs something if they're gonna have a chance to make this comeback. but it's going to be Texas moving the chains once more. Time is ticking away, and Baylor's hopes of upsetting Texas and destroying their hopes at running the table is slowly slipping away as Baxter will go inside. It's going to be 3rd down and 2. Ewers split shotgun, man in motion, will go with a throw outside, and it's going to be a stop. Baylor will get the football back, so maybe a score, onside kick. That's maybe our best chance, as Finn will throw and already misses a pass. It's going to be incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Finn to the air once more. He's going to go outside. That's going to be caught. 9 yards. And we have a big play in us on 3rd down and 1. Finn to the line. He's going to go with a handoff. Richardson. And Richardson bounce into the outside, and he's going to have a nice run. We really are still trying to run the football in this situation, and while it's difficult to try to run, we trust the running game a whole lot more than the passing game, as Finn will throw outside, and that's going to be caught, but you probably should have dropped that one. Time is ticking away. Finn to throw, rolling left. He's going to try to find space and throw one down the field. That's going to be caught by Ketron Jackson, and we're going to have a shot to try to get this ball in the end zone. Finn is going to run it, and he's going to make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor. It's a 1-score game, and pending an onside kick, maybe this team could try to tie this game and force overtime. Is Baylor going to be able to pull off a miraculous 14-point deficit in about 2 minutes? Hands team out on the field for both sides. Onside kick, maybe the last chance Baylor has to pull this off, and the kick is picked up by Texas, and he's going to hold on to the football, go down. Baylor has the time to try to get the football back with a couple of seconds to go. Baxter will get the handoff and take it to about the 40-yard line. Baylor uses their 2nd timeout. Another handoff to Baxter, and he's going to get into field goal range. Baylor calls another timeout, but Texas, they're going to come out and just kneel the football, and they're not going to kick the field goal. They're just going to try to waste as much time as possible, not wanting to risk a block kick or anything, as Baxter will go outside. Baylor gets a stop. They're going to have 14 seconds, and they need maybe one play to get into Hail Mary range as free rusher comes off. Incomplete pass. You have maybe 2 more plays to get into Hail Mary range. Finn to throw. He's going to roll. He's wasting a little bit of time. He's just going to get the ball underneath. It's incomplete. And now you got maybe one play if he could be quick with it. Finn outside. He's going to go to Ketron Jackson. He's got it, and he's out of bounds. We're going to have a Hail Mary try from the 44-yard line. Finn to throw. Can we pull up a miracle hit as he's thrown? Ball in the air, and it's over everybody's head. It's incomplete, and Baylor can't get the victory, can't tie this game up and force overtime. And you would have wondered if they would have went for 2 if the opportunity presented itself to try to steal it in regulation. Instead, that decision doesn't even come up, and Texas gets their 2nd in a row as they needed that one badly after an 0-3 start. They are now 2-3 on the season. Baylor is 0-4, and things are not going to get any easier for this team as they have their toughest matchup of the year next week as they go and face a top 10 Oklahoma team. Oklahoma is meeting expectations and even exceeding them as they're very much in the college football playoff hunt. As it pertains to this game, though, I thought we played decently. I mean, no one really gave us much of a chance here as we were very much struggling, and after that blown lead against Boise State, we could have easily came out here and just gotten thrashed by Texas, who was very motivated to get a victory, and we kept it close. I mean, it was 10-10 at one point, and yeah, we had the 4th down conversion that really costed us and eventually let Texas get that 14-point lead, but we responded, got down the field. Jackson had a big game once again. I thought the run game with Richardson had some really good moments. Monterey Baldwin had a big play. Ultimately, this offense is still struggling because I think the passing game is just super limited. We have seen Finn now play his 4th game, and this was his best game, but this was also the game where we told him to do the least amount of stuff. So, inherently, when you have a limited quarterback situation, the passing game is going to be limited, and as much as we want to run the football, we're not going to be able to if we're down 7 points, 14 points, however many points going into 4th quarters or in 4th quarters. It's not going to be possible, so you're going to hope that we can get off to faster starts or we can get ourselves in a position where we can just lean on the run game. But as long as we are playing from behind or playing these close games where passing the football is going to be necessary, it's going to be difficult for us. And as you look at our prospects, we are kind of in the mix for a lot of these players still. Beckett, Durant, and Dobbins still very much in our favor, and we love to see that. We're scheduling visits for a ton of players so far, and we had to take a guy or 2 off of our board. We're really considering taking Corbin off of our board, but we're going to try to stick to it. We're still have an outside chance of making that run. And there's a lot of players that we really like here that we are still in the mix for, even 3-star guys. So, I mean, as we go down the board, I wanted to spread my points around, try to get in the mix for as many of these players as possible, and we have done that successfully. We have done that effectively, and we find ourselves in a spot where we are in the lead for a number of players. This has also allowed us a little bit more flexibility, as we haven't need to dump 50 points on everybody that we are trying to go after. The guys that we want, we've been able to put 50 points on them, and everyone else, we've just been able to get away with 15. Some guys were obviously not winning, but it's allowed us the ability to go and expand our board and really fill it up. We have more visits to schedule, and we have more players to scout, as I am continuing to try to keep this board as full as possible. And we have 2 more visits to schedule here. Marco Ficken will be visiting on the bye week, and we're happy to have him in here. We need some lineman depth, and there are some linemen that, even though we have a young O-line group, are still a worry for potential transfers. And then Tyree Dobbins, a potential day 1 starting receiver for this team. With 5 receivers graduating, he is a must-get player, and he is going to also be visiting on the bye week, and we're going to be hoping we can lock him up. Also, we got some more players on the board. Cornerback Tyler Lorenzo is a player that we're very interested in, as he is a gem player, and we're going to be instantly offering him a scholarship, so we're pretty happy with our board right now. We're obviously not going to be getting any of these 5-star players or any of the best prospects in the nation, but a couple of 5-star elite level players have already committed, and we have to show you that one of these players is going to be absolutely terrifying, because we're probably going to be facing them on a year-to-year basis now. Welcome to the Big 12. Calebon Rochelle, one of the top players in the nation, will be heading to Texas, and he is likely to be a quarterback for this team. Talked about some of the quarterback struggles they've had with Quinn Ewers, and he is going to be coming in, competing with Arch Manning for eventually a quarterback spot. And then you also have another cornerback here going to Georgia. Thankfully, we won't be having to deal with him. I don't think we're going to be scheduling Georgia anytime soon, so he'll be off in the SEC. But we have some big news here. Our first commit of the year, Alejandro Easy, a wide receiver, and it is much needed because we're losing most of our receivers next year, and he visited the Texas game. We may not have won, but he still thought it was good enough for him to show up here, and he wasn't a very highly recruited player, and it's very obvious to see why. He's a 5'6" receiver who also doesn't have blazing speed, just 88 speed at 5'6", and no one really wanted him. But we were happy to take him, as I know he doesn't possess the physical tools that you would like in a maybe NFL caliber receiver, but we don't need him to be an NFL superstar. We just need him to fill a role, and I think he absolutely could fill a slot receiver type of role for this team. I don't know if he'll be playing as early as in year 1, but with the amount of receivers that we're going to be losing, anything's really possible for this group of receivers to get an opportunity. Whoever commits could be seeing the field day 1, so even though our championship contender is down, players are going to be transferring. Like I've said many times, 5 graduating receivers. Who else might want to transfer out of here? Alejandro Easy is not a day 1 ready player typically, a guy you'd maybe want to throw a red shirt on, but who knows with this receiving core, and especially if we don't get some of these other guys that we're going after. So hopefully the first of many commits as we start to have some of these guys visit us. I don't think anyone's going to be visiting really next week because we are taking on number 8 Oklahoma, and I talked about the struggles of what the schedule is going to be. We face a lot of ranked teams. About half of our schedule is full of ranked teams, and Texas just jumped back in despite having a losing record. So it's a rough schedule, and at 0-4 now facing a top 10 opponent, I don't think anyone's really giving us much of a chance, understandably so. We could be looking at 0-5 to start the season, and if that is the case, you really start to wonder what the coach prestige is going to look like and what players are going to be eyeing a transfer portal visit next season. So it's a big game for us. I don't know if we're really going to be in a position where we can sit here and expect a win or demand a win. I can't say beating the number 8 team in the country at 0-4 for us is a must-win game, but you don't want to get embarrassed. You don't want to get just ran out of your own stadium because it is a home game. You don't want to have anything bad happen, so we're just going to hope that we can survive next week and finish the season strong. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Let me know what you all think. Like, comment, and subscribe, as all that stuff is super helpful as I try to continue to get this series out. And I will see you guys all in the next one.